Hi, welcome to Theater Crafts. All right, so today I've got a Valentine's inspired craft for you today. So I'm obviously filming my intro in a different location. So I'm actually in my living room today, and I've got today's theater craft behind me. So I've got these little hearts that I've created, and if you can see them, there are my kitties right here. My kitty's right there. She wants to be part of the video. They've got theater images on there, but you could certainly put any kind of image on it, whatever you love. I think this is really fun. I've strung them obviously onto lights, and I've put them onto my TV stand. So today I'm going to show you how I created them. All right, let's get crafting. Okay, so here are some of the supplies that we need. So I have this package of hearts that I got just online, but you could get these at any, craft store or like a Dollar Tree. They're just like thin wooden hearts, and they have some ties that go with them. I'm going to use some chalk paint and obviously a paintbrush. Then you've got your images, and I got my images out of Playbill programs or brochures, but you can use images of any kind of anything that you love, really. You see here in the program, these are some of the images that I used for this. And then here's from a brochure, and I've cut out some already that I think might work for today's project. Obviously, you need glue, and you're going to need your glue gun as well. Obviously, the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to paint the wood heart. And I've got some chalk paint here, just kind of mixing it up. And I chose just a neutral color. You could certainly choose any color that you're inspired by. I have my mat here to make it easy, so I have easy cleanup on my counter. And what's great about chalk paint is you can do one coat. So I just did one coat on one side and then just flipped it over and did another coat on the other side. Okay, so both sides have dried, and so what I'm going to do here is just put a coat of, I just have regular school glue here, but you could use Mod Podge or anything that works for you, and just taking the theater images. Now, I've got theater images here that I clipped out of those programs, but you could certainly put any kind of image that you like. If you like flowers or sports or, pictures of people that you know, that would be really fun to have a garland of just images of, your kitties or your whatever, your pets, whatever, vacation photos, anything that you really love that you want to showcase would be really awesome to put on these hearts. And you can have each heart have something different, and that would be really cool too. So notice some of these images I'm actually putting off the heart, and I'll show you in a little bit. I'm going to sand those off. So I'm just putting this on, and I'm going to let this really dry for several hours. Okay, so I've completely let this dry, and I've just decided to do one side, and I'm going to just cut off the excess here. But then I'm going to sand it, and I've just got a tiny little sanding block, but you could certainly use a nail file if you have a nail file or something like that. And it's just to kind of get those rough edges all taken care of. And so once we're done this, don't worry about the edges, we're going to paint those later. So once we've got this done, I kind of want to make it shiny. So let's do that. So here I decided that I could make it shiny by putting like a Mod Podge on it or something like that, but I decided to put resin on it. Mostly because I was impatient and I wanted it to cure pretty quickly. Now, if you're touching the resin, obviously you want to make sure that you're using gloves. I have a well-ventilated area. I'm not going to be touching it at all. Notice I have a paper clip here so that I can kind of keep my heart here kind of stable as I'm painting it. And I decided just to put it on the one side and just putting a thin coat of the resin. And this is a resin that you need the UV lamp for. And you've seen me, if you've seen some of my other projects, I tend to, I like to use this kind of resin, and I like kind of the way it looks. So what I'm doing here is I'm just putting the resin on and kind of spreading it out. But then I thought, you know me, you know I like the glitter. And you can see that I've got glitter on the plate already. So I found some of the glitter that I've got. I decided to kind of go with this white. It's got a little bit of a pink cast to it. And just adding some glitter along some of the areas that are less, filled with the images. Although on some of them I got a little carried away, you'll notice. But I just think this would be really kind of fun. So then I'm going to take, once I got the glitter on, I'm going to take it and put it under the lamp for a couple of minutes. All it took was a couple of minutes, and now it's fully cured. And I decided, the edges really were bothering me, so I decided to take, I have some gold paint here, but you could use like a paint pen and put on the edges, something like that. But I decided to do gold on the edges here, and I'm gonna be honest, I was not very neat about it. I tried, but I wasn't very successful. So what I did is I put paint right on the edges, and then I decided to kind of swirl it around the back a little bit, just to give the back a little bit of, kind of painted interest. And I put a skewer in there just to hold it so that I wasn't putting my hand on the edge, because I would get paint all over me, and I did anyway, so it kind of was moot, honestly. But I like the idea of the gold paint here, and you'll see in a moment. I'm going to show you the back here, and like I said, I got paint all over the back. So in order to make it look deliberate, I just added more. And so I just kind of decided to swirl it and not make any like definite pattern, just to give a little bit of visual interest on the back. I could have painted the whole back gold, and that would have been fine too. It's totally up to you, whatever your aesthetic is. You could paint these pink or red, or go with the heart colors, or you could paint it black, or whatever works for you. All right, so I decided to leave this. I actually am leaving this overnight just to make sure that that gold is really fully dry, and I just put it over a bowl just to kind of just make sure it was dry. All right, and now it's fully dry, and I just can't let go of the glitter. So I decided to add some rhinestones and add a little bit of sparkle. And it's mostly where I kind of saw where some of the images had a little space between them. So I decided to just add some little rhinestones that I had. I have a little rhinestone picker here, a jewel picker, and there we go. All right, and so I just thought it would be really, I'm using the, oh golly, Allison, words, using the string that they had in the package. You could actually use like a beautiful ribbon or something. And then what I'm gonna do now is I've got these string lights, and just adding them onto the string lights. So I've got all the different ones that I've made here, and I'm just gonna just tie it right onto the string lights. And I just think this is like really sweet. You could hang it over a doorway. You could hang it like I did on my TV stand. You could put it over your bed in your room, wherever you're inspired. But boy, look at all these little, these hearts with all these theater images. Again, all taken right out of programs or brochures. I've got a whole bunch of them here, and like I said, you can use any image that inspires you, but I just think I love the look of lights. It just really makes me happy. So adding the sparkle and the theater elements make me even happier. And here it is on my TV stand. Again, I just think it's so sweet. It just adds some interest, and I just love the look of the lights, and obviously the theater images make me happy. So I hope you try this. And if you do, please send pictures. Let me know how it goes. Thank you so much for watching today's theater craft. I will see you next week. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.